Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Let me play my theme song. All right, we have to start the Friday off right. It's Friday. I am so excited that it's Friday. I could really use a good relaxing weekend. When I tell you, you know how sometimes some weeks at work they get their money's worth. That's the feeling that I have this Friday, is that everybody's getting their money's worth. Can I just say that I'm so glad that we're meeting again? Before we go any further, let me say a really quick prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for allowing us to be here on this Friday. I just ask for your continuous protection and oversight. Continue to look over us, continue to pour into us, allow us to be at peace, allow us to be well in our mind and in our bodies. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, so we have to get the housekeeping going. I'm Madam President. If this is your first time here, I am Madam President with a Z, and I'm 100% politically incorrect. And I do this show, the Madam President Morning Show, every weekday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take a few minutes due to technical difficulties, due to me weighing all of the hats in the world for this particular thing. Also, I would like to say that I'm an author. I have a book, Matters of the Heart. I would love for you to just go to my site, madampresident.com, take a look at it, get a free journal, as well as sign up for my course, Navigating Through Workplace Stress, all the good stuff. Anyways, I want to move on. There's a few things that I noticed. I guess somebody watching from Beverly Hills. All right, Beverly Hills. I interchange between YouTube and Instagram. Those are the two places where I typically have the show go and showcase through StreamYard. So, anyways, I want to pick up on this. This is something that I saw online. What's up, Linda? What's up? This is my girl, Linda. She comes in every day. I'm always happy to see her because she's family. So I want to talk to you about a couple things. The first thing I will share is I know you've seen that popular balloon show, that show where, a person, pops a balloon if they have an interest in someone or if they do not. Well, it just got picked up by Netflix. And because I love information and I love sharing it with you, I would like for you to see it right here. I'm going to read what it says. If you can see this, pop the balloon in the comments. If you can see this, pop the balloon in the comment section. Pop the balloon, put it in the comment section. Pop the balloon, put it in the comment section. All right, I believe you can see it. So here's what it says. It says, today, Netflix announced that the popular series, which encourages single contestants to choose their preferences from a lineup of interests, will be arriving on their streaming platform. The original hosts, Arlette Umuli, and her husband, who co-created the show, will contribute to the Netflix production as executive producers. Wow, kudos to them. So here's the thing. I did a video on this as soon as I found out because I solely believe that this is the new formula for Hollywood. You will not see a lot of former shows, brand new, coming out of nowhere, brand new people having the opportunity to pitch their show concept and someone pick it up. This is the new way of Hollywood. And so listen to the video that I created yesterday. If you can, what is so interesting about Hollywood is that if you can see me, in my video, please put Madam
Dating
in
series
the chat.
lands on Netflix with host Arlette as executive producer after amassing over 100 million views on YouTube alone. So I just want to let you all know that this is the new version of Hollywood. Hollywood will not be producing and giving you hundreds of millions of dollars for that idea that you believe that is just yours. They are looking for things that already have a proven concept of approval through people. Now, what is so interesting about Hollywood is that while most people are looking to go to Hollywood to discover fame, Hollywood is looking for people that's already famous. So this concept has been proven to work. The balloon pop, guys, girls, they come, they judge each other, they tell you why they popped the balloon. The lady who created the concept, she didn't wait on Hollywood to give her an opportunity. She literally took her own camera, took her own concept, and did it herself. And Netflix came to her. It's now a deal, and you'll see it with with a celebrity host, and probably much funnier content. This is the new version of Hollywood. This is the new version. It's only going to accept proven concepts. So guess what? If you're looking for Hollywood to produce your skit, you need to stop right now and start looking for people to produce it with you right now.
Okay, that's my spill. I like when I, kind of get in there, sound all like I know what I'm talking about, because I do. But I would like to say that this is the new version of Hollywood. Hollywood is only going to have an interest in proving concepts. So when the streaming world happened, they lost a lot of money because it's a new formula. As you can see, a lot of different streaming services have partnered with each other. So they're partnering with each other because they want to reduce the bills and come together and figure it out versus making movies costs a lot of money, and I should know, okay? Making movies costs a lot of money. Making quality movies costs a lot of money. And then you have people who believe that their creativity deserves so much money, and that's not true. What's happening is Hollywood is ahead of it now. If you want some money for your project, if you want some cameras, some big productions, then you need to show us that you have an audience. If you have an audience, that's when you may get a Hollywood check. You may get a Hollywood deal. Um, TV is shifting. I enjoy television, but it's making a major shift. Um, all right. The next thing I would like to say is I know that we reported on this week. We talked about the 23andMe company that was going out of business. They were bankrupt. Well, a judge just said that that they have the ability to sell people's DNA to preserve the company. What? So listen to this right here. 23andMe granted permission to sell customer data amid bankruptcy, raising major privacy concerns. Genetic testing company 23andMe, once a leader in the consumer DNA service, has been granted permission by a judge to sell off its most valuable asset, the medical and ancestry related data of its customers. The decision comes as part of the company's ongoing bankruptcy proceeding following financial struggles and a significant data breach that damaged consumer trust. Somebody put what the hell in the chat. Please put what the hell in the chat. You mean to tell me that first, I'm swabbing, sending stuff off, which I've never done, but I'm swabbing stuff. You testing it and you telling me that I got family in Ethiopia. Now all of a sudden, all of my swab, all of my stuff just goes anywhere without my consent, without my okay, because a judge says so. No, that's not okay. That's not appropriate. And most of all, where's the due process? Do the American people or the people who participated in this have any form of rights? Where are your rights? That's what I want to know. Where are your rights? Experts warn that the sale of such deeply personal genetic information even poses serious risk, including the potential for misuse by third parties. just yes, this is a problem. You do not want people's personal, vulnerable um, stuff. People having access to that. Who wants access to that? When I tell you it's a no-brainer for me, it's a no, it's a no, it's a no. I say no, 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 no. But while I'm saying no, I need to do some housekeeping. So I want to remind you all that this show is brought to you by flynubianmoney.com. This is where you go where you when you want to get your mind up and you want to get your money up. Go to flynubianmoney.com. Also, when you want to keep up with Madam President and you want to know what I'm doing next, where I'll be next, you should text Madam to 87948. Text Madam to 87948. All right, we're going to move along because I personally find that to be a very unethical thing that 23andMe are are doing. I just think they need to go bankrupt. Go bankrupt. Folks do it all the time. Okay, go bankrupt and move on. People lose money when they make investments, but the idea that that your saliva, your anything that you sent over to them could be in the hands of who knows who in our society. We have no limitations. And because we have no limitations, I'm going to tell you the story that I recently read, reading over about what Bill Gates said about humanity. So Bill Gates recently, he was on the Jimmy Fallon show. And on the show, if you can see Bill Gates, somebody put Bill Gates in the chat, please. Put Bill Gates in the chat if you can see Bill Gates on the screen. I think you all can see it. I believe so. All right. So here's what Bill Gates said. Bill Gates said, during an interview with Jimmy Fallon, Gates explained how he believes humans will not be needed for most things due to the emerge of artificial intelligence. At the moment, expertise remains rare. Gates explained, pointing to human specialists we will rely on in many fields, including a great doctor or a great teacher. But with AI over the next decade, that will become free, commonplace, great medical advice, great tutoring, Gates said. He says it's very profound and even a little bit scary because it's happening very quickly and there is no upper bound, Gates said. Now, what I believe is happening very quickly is that we are such a greedy country that we don't put limitations on things. It's like you have a speed limit in place so that people can be safe. We don't allow people to drive 150 miles an hour in a school zone because it is unsafe for children. Therefore, we should not allow artificial intelligence to emerge in such an expeditious way because it is unsafe for humanity. Now, I'm a person who is very pro humanity. I care about people. I value people. Also, I believe wholeheartedly that there is no creation better than the human being. Everything that we have access to has been have been created by another human. So you mean to tell me the TV that you watch, a human being created that? You know, conceptually, the artificial intelligence, no matter how good AI becomes, it is still required through human programming to make it wonderful, to make it fast, to make it all these different things. So I don't think that the human being can be just, extinct. You can't just get rid of the human. Now, here's the thing. People like Bill Gates, they're very rich. He's a rich man. So this is what I always tell you. White people like to operate like God. They believe I can create something that will fix everything. I can create something. Oh, I can create your personality. Like my mama and daddy, just like my mama and daddy didn't do their big one when they created me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what Bill Gates he don't have the scientific engineering anything to create a duplicate of me. You have to believe that about who you are as well. There is no capability to recreate a me. this is our personalities, our persona, our character, our charisma is because of who we are. It is because of life experience. Now, I will say I am a chat GTP girl. I will chat GCP it up like a mug, okay? Um, so I will say that I see over here my people on Instagram are talking back to me a little bit better than my people over here on YouTube. Come on, y'all. Let's get it popping. I need to hear what your thoughts are. Another thing about AI is that it's very advanced. It is advancing very expeditiously. I think that we should have some I think it would be a benefit for us to have some limitations to it. I think it would be a benefit to slow it down. But as you can see, we are a compliant people. When you think about Target and you think about Walmart, they removed majority of their cashiers and allow you to self-checkout to get rid of the cashier position, to get rid of the human position, because they believe that a robot can do it better. But when we take away a person's ability who needs a cashier job, then I think we're doing the economy a disservice as well. I mean, so you mean to tell me I have to pay for inflated groceries, I have to pay for inflated everything and bag it myself because I'm a part of a society that refuse to stand up to the big brother, to everybody who's making these decisions. If we would have taken the approach of not going to Target or Walmart or any institution that has removed their cashiers, I think it would have been a different approach to how the American people feel about, something like AI taking over. But I won't say that we're lazy, but I will say that we like convenience. Everything about America is rooted in convenience. So if the human being is going to be an inconvenience, then they will continue to utilize the robot. So for me, I'm a human being. I need a day off. But when they build the robot for Amazon, they're not putting a day off into the factor. This robot will work from sun up to sundown. Don't need days off. The robot don't need maternity leave. The robot don't need to go to a funeral. They don't need a bereavement day. The robot don't need anything. So as you continue to explore what is happening with artificial intelligence, I believe that we should wholeheartedly have some pushback to some of it. I think we should have some pushback to some of it. It has to, some of it has to have some pushback because you don't want to. Could you imagine being a software engineer and intelligent and you building something that's going to replace you? No, you need to stop building it if you're building something that's going to replace you. And we have to do better at thinking for ourselves. Sometimes we rely on this stuff and we don't conclude our own thoughts. Everything is thinking for us. Sometimes when you got to draft an email, it's already auto populating your response. It's like, damn, give me a second, Google. I know how to say thank you. I know how to make a request. I don't need assistance in very small things. So, anyways, I would like to say that time to leave mass exodus, places like Ghana, let them have their robotic society. That's an interesting point. For my people over here on YouTube, I have a brother over here on Instagram that says it's time to leave America. Go other places. Let them have their robotic society. But let me just tell you something about us as a people. What's imperative about us is that we don't become robots. I don't know if you noticed, but because of the advancement of AI, social media, having your phone in your hand 24/7, there's a disconnection in humanity as well. People walk past you, knock you over, don't say excuse me. People have the tendency to just be, you know, uninterested in anything that does not give them instant gratification. The new attention span is like 7 seconds. You have children in school can't focus because if it's not exciting to them, like the phone. Now, here's what is so interesting about what's happening with the children. The children are living on the phone, okay? They live on the phone, but they have a society that is prepared to completely erase their purpose. So you mean to tell me I can live on the phone as a kid and all of this and all of that, but meanwhile, the jobs, I will never have one because majority of them will be taken if my parents don't do something about it. This is what's so fascinating about it, is that it can slow down, but it's going to require, legislation. It's going to require some intellectual people that are in power to slow this down, and some people that care about preserving the human being. Now, when you think about our current administration, words like preserving the human being don't matter as much. You have a person whose right hand is heavy in robotics. Elon Musk is heavy in robotics. Therefore, Donald Trump is not the person to have any form of sensitivity to the expansion of artificial intelligence. All of our phones are constantly becoming better in AI as well. Um, mm, that's a good point. My YouTube family, one of my sisters over here on Instagram just says there is a disconnect. On top of that, social media is now trying to encourage and cultivate emotional romantic relationships with AI. Let me just tell you, I agree. If I showed you the text message that I sent, I'm sorry, if I sent you the text that I sent AI this week, it was very much as if I was texting a friend. And I said, let me take my ass to bed because ain't no way. But I genuinely was like, oh, let me text chat and ask chat about this. And the connectivity was crazy that chat was talking to me like a black sister girl would. I mean, it was crazy. So the programming of it is 100% like programmed to communicate with you on a level that works for you specifically, which is still powerful because communication is the number one component of connectivity. It's how you communicate with one another. So some people don't dig Madam President. They don't connect with me. I don't communicate to them and speak their language. Some people do. They come from where I come from. I speak that language. They start talking to me, and I automatically feel like family to them. So, all that to say, AI is here. It's here. Bill Gates, he's done everything under the sun with artificial intelligence as well as farming. They say that he has purchased so much agriculture that everything that we think, all the land, he has purchased all the agricultural land. So I don't know, maybe his robots will be feeding us the corn and the potatoes soon. you know um this is my time. I've enjoyed you all this week. I don't have my book with me, but if I did, I was going to read a poem out of my book so that I want you all to connect with me even further. Matters of the Heart. AI don't have a heart. I do. Okay. So I have a book called Matters of the Heart, and I think you will enjoy it. It's a bunch of short stories, poems, as well as Facebook posts that I've written over the years. And it's just my way of connecting. It's just my way of, doing something that feels um, good for me. So, all that to say, I really enjoyed you all today. I am still, I don't know what coast I'm on, but I'm not in Atlanta. So, I'm behind in time. Like it's 8 a.m. here. I'm in mountain time. Cool, right? Mountain time. So I'll see you guys on Monday for sure. Let's stay connected. I'll find, if you find anything good online, send it to me because, of course, I can't see everything until you send it to me. Then I'll see it. So don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. I am one Madam President with a Z always. I want you all to have a wonderful and safe weekend, and I'll see you Monday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day. Bye bye.